Let's upgrade this RODI unit from a 75 gallon per day unit to a 150 gallon per day unit, and then we'll compare the differences. Hello everyone, ReeferGil here. In this video we're going to do an upgrade of this RODI unit from a 75 gallon per day unit to a 150 gallon per day unit. The first part of the video is just going to be the installation of the upgrade. The second part of the video is going to be the differences between the 75 gallon and the 150 gallon in terms of waste to product water. When you purchase your 150 gallon per day upgrade, this is what you receive. You can purchase this for about 60 bucks on bulk reef supply. You get the membrane sleeve, the membrane, a little Y fitting, some brackets, and extra hose. We'll go ahead and get started and do the upgrade. If you're using this video to follow along with the step-by-step process, the first thing you need to do is make sure you understand where the orientation of your membrane is. If the cap of your membrane is on the left side like mine is, then this video will work great for you. However, if you're oriented this way, then everything we do over here is going to be opposite for you. First thing we're going to do is put the membrane in the sleeve. What you want to do is get the black ring, make sure that's facing up, slip the membrane in, push down, and then go ahead and screw on the cap. Once the cap is screwed on, you can tighten it as much as you can by hand, and then this nozzle will turn with you so you can orient it to wherever you want. We'll go ahead and grab these legs, and they just simply snap right on. And then from here, we're going to snap it onto the existing RODI. Before I start rerouting hoses, I want to show you the accessories that are put on the 75 gallon unit. If you don't have them, don't worry about it. The setup is going to be the same exact way. This is going to be the auto shut off, and then behind it we have a flush valve, a flow restrictor, and then we also have this check valve here. Next thing we're going to do is remove the existing waste line and replace it with the straight line. These are push fittings, you just got to push them in there. And then the other end is going to go on the top of the cap here, of the second membrane. And you're done with that part. The next step I did off camera because I had cut some hose, but it's very self-explanatory. You get the product line and feed it into this little Y fitting that's supplied with the kit. And then the bottom membrane, the same thing, the top valve goes in, and what you have is you have a line coming in here, a line coming in here, and then you have one solid line coming out, and where this one solid line comes out is where I put the check valve. Alright, there's different types of flow restrictors. However, the flow restrictor I'm using dictates which way the water goes. So in this case, because we're going to put this flow restrictor up on the second membrane now, the water is actually going to be pushing out this way, the way I have it oriented. So I'm going to go ahead and undo this hose here and put it on the opposite end, and then install it on the second membrane here. If we can get in there, and then just push that in there, and we're ready to go. The upgrade is installed, the RO unit is up and running, there are no leaks. I do have two pressure gauges, one pressure gauge after the filter stages and one before the filter stages. The reason I have that is because visually inspecting these two carbon blocks right here, you can't tell when they need to be changed out. So the way I determine that is when this drops to around 55-60 psi, I know it's time to change these two out. I can visually inspect the first sediment stage. When that turns a gunky brown, I change it out. That lasts me about a month and a half. And then the DI stage, you can see it's turning brown at the bottom. When that whole thing turns brown, it's time to change that out. Right now, pre-filter, I'm getting 82 psi, and after the filter stages, I'm getting 70 psi. If you are getting a low reading coming straight out of the tap, then you may want to consider purchasing a booster pump to ensure that you get the full benefits of your RO or RODI unit. We'll go ahead and do a test comparison between the 75 gallon RODI unit versus now the 150. the product line for the 75-gallon unit. Okay, here's the results for the product line on the 75-gallon unit, and we have we're going to call it 1 cup. 75-gallon per day unit wastewater. Okay, let's see what we got here. We'll call that 2 cups of wastewater for the 75-gallon per day unit at 1 minute. So I'm getting about 2-to-1 ratio, not bad. So we'll see what we get with the 150-gallon per day unit. Here we go, product line for the 150-gallon per hour unit. Okay, so we are over 2 cups of water in a minute. That is an entire cup more than the 75-gallon. Double it, so it did live up to its expectations as far as the product water goes. We'll go ahead and try the wastewater now. Wastewater for the 150-gallon per day unit. Okay, so there you have it. You have just a little bit over 2 cups of wastewater from the 150-gallon day per unit. That's about the same that we were getting from the 75-gallon per day unit, except now we're getting double the amount of product water. We're now at a ratio of 1 part of product water to 1 part of wastewater, where with the 75-gallon, we were wasting 2 parts of wastewater for every 1 part of product water. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscription button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.